Okay, today we're going to be going over the LRA Koki Services ANSI Z10 Section 4.1.1 Audit Plan, which goes over initial review. Okay, so LRA Koki is a concrete camp. Their main plant is established in Donaldsonville, although they have many locations over Louisiana. As they've started to expand, they become now to a size where they can fully utilize the benefits of a occupational health and safety management system. Like I said, this audit is going over the ANSI Z10 section on initial review using the ISO 1911 guidelines. Some of the key focuses in this are going to be the hazards, risk, regulatory compliance, the resources, assessments, and safety related activities that go on at the facility. The audit is structured to provide evidence-based evaluation of how strong Koki's current safety management system is that is in place. With the results from this, we'll look forward to guiding the leadership there on how to properly continue with this new safety management system. So our main objectives with this is to determine if they're in conformance already with the initial review section of the ANSI Z10. We're going to do this by evaluating the effectiveness of their current review process and verify all the hazards, risk, and regulatory requirements that there are for this facility. During this, we'll identify the strengths and weaknesses of the current program, and we'll move forward in designing one that is completely in conformance with the ANSI Z10. For the scope, there's a few different areas at the plant in which we're going to be looking at. This includes the batch plant area, the aggregate storage and conveyor system, the maintenance shop, the loading and parking zone for the mixer trucks, and their safety and compliance office. The elements of the initial review that are going to be covered in this audit plan is their business management system, hazards, risk and controls, their resources, regulations and standards, their assessments, and other relevant activities. Some things that we're going to be excluding from this audit plan is the emergency response, contractor safety programs, the implementation and effectiveness of controls, and environmental compliance. So going over our objectives, we're going to look for compliance with ANSI Z10, assess their effectiveness of their current initial review. We're going to evaluate hazards, exposures, and their regulatory compliance, and identify their improvement opportunities for our end goal of continual improvement at this facility. We already went over the audit criteria just before, but we're just looking at their business management systems, assessing risk and hazards, going over their resources, and using other data that they already have at the facility. We went over our audit scope previously. We'll move on to the dates section of the 1911 requirements. So we plan on doing this on April 8th through the 9th. We expect to get it done in 2 days, and that'll be at all the facility locations we previously mentioned. On day 1, we plan on doing our documentation review and interviews, as well as our risk evaluations of the facility. And then on to day 2, we're going to do a walkthrough. We're going to review our findings, and then we're going to end with our closing meeting about how much in compliance are the gaps that need to be made to get us into compliance with the ANSI Z10 initial review standard. When it comes to roles and responsibilities, the lead auditor of the plan will be for the execution and reporting. We have a CSP specialist for our hazards and controls. We have an industrial hygiene specialist for our exposure assessments, and then we'll also be having a company escort to guide us and give us a tour of the facility. We're going to be using our industrial hygienist specialist for our silica and nose data that we want to be gathering. Our CSP is going to go over equipment at the facility and the process hazards. and the lead auditor will go over the current business systems and regulatory compliance of the facility. All the extra time we're going to be using for complex batch plant hazards. The main auditee representative is Kevin Koki. He's the safety manager. When we're working and reporting, all of these reports are going to be done in English for all communications, all written Word documents, all of that. For the topics and format, we're going to be going over objectives, scope, and conformity of findings, the opportunities for improvement, the recommendations for their occupational health and safety management system. And for the format, we're just going to use a PDF, and we'll have that sent in within 10 business days, and we'll distribute that to management and leadership at the facility. As far as logistics, there are a few requirements. We're going to need hard hat, glasses, steel toe shoes, and hearing protection. They're going to have badges, and we're going to have to get an escort through the facility. They have a conference room there. There are phone restrictions, so no pictures are going to be allowed to be taken to the public or anything like that. There are Wi-Fi and laptops available too, though, at the facility for the duration of the audit. When it comes to confidentiality, this is strictly prohibited and should not be used in any other practices, and especially take nothing of their proprietary processes that they use at the facility. Everything should be done within the secure evidence handling as per the ISO 19011 requirements. And that is the end of this audit review process.